26th Annual TV Week Logie Awards are proudly brought to you by Cadbury, the great taste of good chocolate.
Good evening and welcome to the 26th Annual Logies presentation from the ballroom of the Melbourne Hilton. And it's a great occasion because at the time the Australian television industry is showcased to the public. We love it. It's a great night for everybody who's here, and we hope it's a great night for you watching. Of course, it'll be compared by the inimitable Bert Newton.
And I am so excited, John Michael, because this is the first Logies presentation that I have ever been to. The cocktail party was lovely, and earlier on this evening, of course, the guests for this evening, many of the most important people in the television industry arrived, and we'll have a quick look at them right now.
Of course, people come in from all over the country to the Logies, and the public of Melbourne always make them feel welcome by lining up outside the Melbourne Hilton and cheering them in.
Christopher Atkins, of course,
yes,
jetted in from overseas a couple of days ago.
And I think the thing about the Logies, Joni, is that people have such a good time because we all get to see our mates, and we haven't seen them for probably the last Logies. You know, it's Logie to Logie. That's where we see them all. And it's great. Of course, there's Barry Humphries, and later on the lovely Dame Edna Everidge will be appearing. And you can see that people really make an effort to look their best at the Logies. It's real show business, and every bit as glamorous as any occasion that you'll find overseas.
And so it should be too. Everyone's wearing their glitter, because it is indeed a very glittery occasion tonight, isn't it?
My word, you know, I love that, a glittering occasion. But as it's your first Logie, I can say to you, welcome to the club.
Thanks, John Michael.
It's great.
It's lovely
may there
to be here.
Many more, and may you go home one night clutching a little Logie. Of course, a lot of overseas guests did come in, and they jetted in, and it's pretty hectic for them because they come out from Los Angeles and they have to fly in and immediately be on show, even before they've got out of the airport. But all of them go back, and they always say they want to come back again because they really do have a good time in our country. So it's nice to make people welcome.
And of course, as well this year, there's going to be a very special award, the Hall of Fame. First time ever, one special person will receive the Hall of Fame. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to it.
I think so. It's always good fun. Well, of course, the thing is, everybody's been asking us all week, who do you think is going to win the Gold Logie? Well, it's hard to say. And as a matter of fact, I think I've got a little bit of an advanced publicity here. What about this?
I've got one up on you. What about this?
Oh, come on. Well, what about this?
Listen, what about this one?
And finally, what about this one? Well, the reason you see all these covers is because in previous years there's always been a breach of security, and unfortunately people have gone to the Logies knowing that they've lost or they've won. So TV Week, who of course are the people behind the Logies, have been very clever this year. They've printed these dummy copies, but only one will have won the Gold Logie. And later in the evening, when the presses start to roll at Southdown Press, we'll go along and see the actual cover being put to bed, as they say in newspaper talk.
Right. Certainly will.
Well, we'll cross to the ballroom very shortly, and I'm sure right down there now they're having a great time and saying lots of hellos and getting ready for a great night's entertainment. And you know, the wonderful thing about it, Joan, as you'll find, having been this your first Logie, there really aren't any losers because our industry is full of winners. I mean, we really do have a great time congratulating our friends and colleagues who do win, and I think it's a great feeling because there's no nastiness. It's just a good time is had by all.
I think even watching it at home, you sense that. I think everyone at home sits there and they work out who they think is going to win.
That's right.
And but when you think about it, and people maybe watching out there don't really realise just how much work goes in, not only to the Logies, but into putting television shows together.
Oh, a lot of work.